Pastor Michael Smith Show. Illuminati News Hour on the Gospel Radio Show. You're tuning into the Pastor Michael Show on Gospel Talk Radio Show.
Okay, people, let's get on this Kirk Franklin thing. You know what I'm saying? So, I forgot. Thank you for tuning in and logging on to another episode of Illuminati News Hour, right here on Illuminati Radio. I'm your host, I'm your pastor, Mr. Michael Smith. If you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop this breaking news on you. And, alright, people, let me tell you something. This man, Kirk Franklin's son, Cameron, I think his name should be Moron, not Cameron. But anyway, Kirk Franklin. See, you got to understand the understanding of what it takes to be anointed, what it takes to be anointed, what it takes, not only anointed, illuminated. You got to understand what it takes to be what the Illuminati really means. Illuminati means illuminated ones. And in order to be illuminated, you have to claim a sacrifice. Let me give you an example. Illuminati means illuminated ones. The illuminated ones is not your Rothschilds. The illuminated ones is not the people that you see, that you think, you know what I'm saying, the Rothschilds, you know what I'm saying, the Jimmy Ivins. Those are not the illuminated ones. Actually, those are the synagogue of Satan, like it says in the second book of Revelations. That's the synagogue of Satan. But in order to be illuminated, you have to do certain rituals in order to obtain that certain type of energy that makes you attract the type of success. One of the rituals is having a dummy. A lot of you people don't know about that. A lot of you people don't know about what is having a dummy. What is a dummy? Well, a dummy is, all you have to do is look in the dictionary and look up the word dummy. And that is the same definition of what these celebrities have in individuals. Master P got his brother, Corey Miller, as a dummy. That's why Corey Miller is locked up. That's why every time you hear about Corey Miller back in the day, he was always into some stuff. Because he's put in that particular mindset, that dummy mindset. You know what I'm saying? You have like LL Cool J. Who's LL Cool J's dummy? Maya Campbell. That's why Maya Campbell was running around Atlanta like a whore, out of her mind. You know what I'm saying? Who is Beyonce's dummy and Kelly Rowland's dummy? Michelle. Now, who was Kirk Franklin's dummy? His own son. And that abuse was just part of him ritualizing his son. You got to understand, when you're dealing with darkness, the Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and rulers and dark wickedness in dark places. That's what these people deal with. They deal with voodoo and witchcraft. And in order for you to obtain the type of success that Kirk Franklin obtained, you know, the song Stomp, you know what I'm saying? He did cameos in movies. He had countless of other artists, you know what I'm saying? He obtained that type of success because he did the type of satanic rituals. Not one thing that he's, you know what I'm saying, he's half a bag of Skittles. That's one. Another thing, his son is another Skittle. That's two, you know what I'm saying? And three, you know what I'm saying, he had his son in a dummy mind state. Now, I read the report, and the report says that his son said it took him 14 years to be able to come out. Now pay attention to that 14-year thing. It said the news report said it took him 14 years to be able to come out. Now, pay attention to that. When you quarantine, when you have to quarantine for 14 days, after your 14 days, what are you allowed to do? Come out of your quarantine, right? You're allowed to be free, right? Well, that's what the number 14 stands for. You understand? It is him coming out. He's able to come out. You know what I'm saying? He's no longer up under the spell. He's no longer up under the ritual spell, the ritual dummy spell that his father had put him in. You know what I'm saying? So now he's coming out. Now he's finally realizing what happened. And now he's speaking out. Now, as far as him saying his father was trying to kill him, I find that hard to believe. Because as long as your father had you in a dummy mind state, it would be irrelevant for your father to kill you. Because if you're in a dummy mind state, your father killing you is not benefiting your father. Your father needs you alive in a dummy mind state in order for him to obtain the energy. If he kill you and you're in a dummy mind state, then there's no way for him to attain that energy. But now that you are free out of that spell, now and you say that your father trying to kill you, I understand. Because now your father don't want what's about to come out. But if Kirk Franklin play his cards right, if he's doing the rituals right, his son might end up becoming a sacrifice. His son might end up becoming dead if he keeps playing with fire. You know what I'm saying? He said, if you call me a liar again, I'm going to leak this other tape I got out. His son trying to start his own career off of the back of Kirk Franklin. You know what I'm saying? Once a dummy, always a dummy. But you know what I'm saying? I seen this whole thing play out. I said, oh Lord, let me go ahead and elaborate on this. You know what I'm saying? This is just his son, you know what I'm saying, coming out of the mind state. Now he's looking at reality as it is. Because let me tell you something. They talking about, oh, Kirk Franklin was just chastising his child. The man is 32 years old. If you would just chastise your child, and your child is 32 years old now, and your child is acting like this towards you, you know what that tells me about Kirk Franklin? That tells me that he ain't never had control over his child. He ain't never been in his child's life. If his child is 32 years old, and his child is saying all of this about his father, use your brain, common sense. If you use common sense, you would know that, hey, Kirk Franklin was never in this child's life. Kirk Franklin never gave a damn about this child. Because if you raise your child to the age of 32, and your child acts like this, what does that tell you? That tells you that you never raised your child. That tells you that you never was in your child's life. That tells you that you know what I'm saying, didn't have no bond with your child. That's what that's saying. So that's for to all them people on the comment board that's gonna come on the comment board saying, oh, he was just trying to chastise his child. You don't need to chastise your child if you raise your child right. You don't need to chastise your child if you was in your child's life. Because the Bible says, raise up a child in the way that he may go. And when that child get older, he will never stray. That's some knowledge for you. But yeah, Kirk Franklin, sorry to say Kirk Franklin. Kirk Franklin, but be on the lookout for Kirk Franklin is going to find another sacrifice if he don't already have one. Because if he got more kids, he might have another dummy out of one of his other kids. You know what I'm saying? But I'll keep you posted on this news report as it progresses. want to thank you all for tuning in and logging on to another episode of Illuminati News Hour, right here on Illuminati Radio. I'm your host, I'm your pastor, Mr. Michael Smith. If you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I drop this juicy news. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this content. And don't forget, if you want to join my exclusive Facebook Messenger group, you can do so by sending me a friend request to my Facebook page, which is PSTR Michael Smith on Facebook, and I'll add you to the group. Till next time, stay tuned. God bless you.
You are tuning in to Pastor Michael